Sometimes, as we grow older and notice our steps becoming shorter or our confidence wavering with each movement, a quiet fear settles in. A fear that one day our legs may no longer carry us the way they once did. That mobility might fade without warning, leaving us longing for the simple freedom of walking without pain or hesitation. And if you felt that fear or sensed the slow retreat of strength from your body, you're not alone, because so many seniors describe the same moment when they realize walking no longer feels effortless, but instead feels like a task they must negotiate with their own joints. Yet beneath that worry lies something hopeful, something gentle, something still very much alive inside the body, waiting to be awakened again. And it begins with understanding that the changes you feel are not a sign of failure, but a natural shift, muscles losing tension from years of use, balance adapting as the inner ear grows more delicate, circulation slowing just enough to make the legs feel heavier than before. And none of this is your fault, nor is it irreversible, because the body, even in its later years, responds beautifully to small, intentional movements that remind it how capable it truly is. And that is why so many senior wellness researchers and physical mobility specialists have begun guiding older adults toward low-impact exercises that achieve what walking alone no longer can, exercises that gently rebuild strength without strain, restore balance without fear, and encourage flexibility without pushing the body to exhaustion. And among these simple practices, there's one daily habit that continues to stand out for its soft power and profound effect on aging muscles. The seated leg raise flow, a slow, mindful pattern of lifting the legs while seated, allowing the hips, thighs, and lower legs to wake up in a controlled, supported way. And even though it sounds small, this movement can help seniors regain strength that walking no longer stimulates as deeply, because walking repeats the same motion, while leg raises ask the muscles to lift, hold, and stabilize, which encourages growth, improves circulation, and brings warmth back to the joints. To begin this remedy, all you need is a sturdy chair with a supportive backrest, a quiet corner of your home, and a few uninterrupted minutes, ideally in the morning or early afternoon, when the body is naturally more receptive to gentle movement. And you start by sitting tall, placing both feet flat on the ground, letting your shoulders soften as you breathe in slowly. And as you exhale, you lift one leg just a few inches off the floor, hold it for 2 or 3 seconds, then lower it with control, allowing the muscles to experience effort without strain. And then you repeat with the other leg, alternating back and forth, always breathing with intention, feeling the slow awakening of strength returning to the thighs and the deep, stabilizing muscles around the hips. In time, after a few days or a week of consistent practice, many seniors notice that the legs begin to feel lighter, that standing from a chair becomes smoother, that steps gain a hint of confidence they thought they had lost. And when this happens, it often brings a quiet emotional shift, hope returning not as a sudden burst, but as a steady reassurance, whispering that aging does not mean surrendering your abilities, but learning how to support them in new, kinder ways. And as you continue the habit, you may feel subtle sensations, warmth blooming along the thighs, gentle tightening in the lower belly as balance improves, a soft pulsing around the knees as circulation wakes up. And these sensations are small messages from your body reminding you that healing often happens in tiny increments, not dramatic leaps. And if you wish to deepen the remedy over time, you can add a simple variation by holding the leg at the top position for a moment longer. Just one extra breath, allowing the muscles to engage a little more without overwhelming them. Or you can point and flex the toes while the leg is lifted to improve ankle mobility, which plays an essential role in balance and walking stability. Practice daily, this routine becomes more than exercise. It becomes a quiet conversation between you and your body, a way of saying, I'm still here and I still care. And your body, in return, begins responding with more trust, more fluidity, more willingness to support you throughout the day. Many seniors also notice emotional benefits, such as a calmer mind or a sense of grounding, because these slow, mindful movements encourage tranquility, reduce tension, and help the nervous system relax into a rhythm that feels safe and manageable. And little by little, this clarity creates a kind of inner steadiness, which is just as important as physical strength. And once you feel comfortable with the seated leg raise flow, you may begin to notice other shifts. Not dramatic or unrealistic changes, but genuine, achievable improvements like walking with less fatigue, standing longer without discomfort, or feeling stronger when climbing a few steps. And while these changes may seem modest, they accumulate in beautiful ways, bringing back a sense of independence that so many people fear losing with age. And in those moments when doubt creeps in, when you wonder whether these small exercises truly matter, remind yourself that every improvement begins with a single, gentle choice repeated over time. And choosing to support your body today is an act of love toward your future self, a quiet promise that you will not give up on your mobility, your freedom, or your hope. So as you sit in your chair, lifting each leg with patience, breathing with kindness, and welcoming the warmth that gathers in your muscles, feel the gratitude that rises from knowing you are still capable of growth, still capable of strength, still capable of creating moments of healing in your own life. And let that gratitude guide you forward, one steady movement at a time, reminding you that even as the years pass, your body holds a deep well of resilience, and you are never too old to feel strong again, never too old to choose wellness, and never too old to begin a small habit that brings your spirit a little closer to peace, comfort, and youthful strength once more.